Hey sports fans, Chris Terrell here, bringing you another DFS NBA video today. Today I'm going to be covering some PrizePicks plays that I'm going to be looking at tonight, some entries that I'm going to be putting in. So before we get into that though, I want to tell you where you can get access to my DFS cheat sheets that are going to help you out. I'm going to talk about how I use them for PrizePicks as well. First of all, we got my Patreon, patreon.com/Jagerbombs. $5 per sport, $10 for all sports, that's $7 Canadian per sport, or $13.50 Canadian per sport, and I cover NHL, college basketball, League of Legends is coming back soon, PGA, soccer, UFC, baseball coming back soon, NBA, college football over for the season, NFL, we got the Super Bowl left, NASCAR's coming back in about 2 weeks. You can get it there. It gives you access to my Slack channel as well. I cover a lot of stuff in there that you don't see outside of the Slack channel. And you can also go over to dfsr.com and you can, there's two options over there if you scroll down on the sales page here. $14.95 Classic, that gives you access to my sheets, the chat room, and basic stats for every sport from DFSR. For $29.95 a month, the Pro package gives you everything there, plus the projections, which I use daily for my PrizePicks, as well as the optimizer if you are playing DraftKings or FanDuel or even Yahoo there as well. So you can get my sheets over at both. Here is a look at the NBA optimizer. I've told you guys in the past when it comes to NBA PrizePicks, I look at FanDuel projections, FanDuel box scores, because they don't have box scores on the PrizePicks site right now. So I just compare the fantasy scores to that because the scoring is the same. So that helps you out there quite a bit. So I use FanDuel. Here is the projections at every single position from the DFSR tools. So make sure to go check them out, get in, grab that, and you're going to get my cheat sheets there as well. So let's just jump in here. So I want to talk about a promo here tonight, first of all, over on PrizePicks, and it includes Luca Doncic and Luca Garza. So it's Luca night on PrizePicks. So what this covers, it's not these exact picks here, but what this entails, it's a 1.25x payout boost. So if you place any entry tonight with either Luca Garza or Luca Doncic, doesn't matter, they don't have to be together, but one or the other, as long as you have one or the other in there, and if both players together combine to score 40 points, you get that 1.25% or 1.25x payout boost on all basketball entries, NBA or college basketball, for the night. So that's a really good promo there to get some payout boost at the end of the night. All you got to do is put one of those in your lineup, and just looking at that, they need to combine for 40 real game points, not fantasy points. So looking at that here, let's just go and look at Doncic. His points projection over here is 27.5. He actually averages 27.4 on the season. Garza leads the nation with 26.9 points, takes over 10 shots per game. They combine per game so far this season 54.3. So the chances of getting that boost are pretty darn good, seeing as they average 14.3 points higher than what PrizePicks is set in their projection at. So in terms of how I would play them tonight, I do like Garza fantasy over against Illinois here. If you're going the Doncic route, if you're not really into the college basketball scene, I do like Luca under. I'm going to talk about why here and how I use my cheat sheet for some of my picks. So this is my cheat sheet. I came up with this little tab. It's something I'm working on to add to the sheet in the future, but this is something I came up with today. I had a little bit extra time doing this video. So these are some of the picks I'm looking at tonight and why. So first of all, with the sheet, if you're looking at single stat, which is new to PrizePicks, excellent way to get some entries in, playing around with it and getting your feel for the prop side of things, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. You can do points, assists, and rebounds, single game props in there as well. You can combine entries. You can combine those with fantasy entries for other sports. And this is how I kind of look at the cheat sheet. So if you're doing those single stat props like we talked about with Doncic, you can come over here. These are per game stats that you're seeing here. So he's got high usage. He's got 27.4 points per game, so their line is right on the line here, so it's very tough. What convinces me to the under on Doncic's fantasy prop as well as his single stat prop on PrizePicks tonight is the matchup. It's a tough matchup versus Utah, who is 7th versus guards. First of all, they are better than average, quite a bit better than average in terms of overall defensive efficiency, which is on the per 100 possession basis, and the pace is down as well, 1.7 possessions per 40 minutes. They're less than league average for Utah, so it's a down pace game versus a good defense, and the projection is right on the line of his actual points per game. And he's actually gone under, I believe, in terms of fantasy scoring, 4 of his last 5 games he's gone under on his PrizePicks score. So that I would lead to the under on Doncic tonight. Now let's go over and talk about some of the picks that I do like here. I've got them on my sheet. Starting, we've got Trae Young, John Collins, on my list tonight, and I'm going to talk about why here in a second and how I'm using the sheet with that new tab that I set up. Zion and Aaron Gordon I've got as the other one. I've got to find him here. Okay, so we'll jump in here. They're all overs tonight. I definitely like looking at the overs. So what I put together here is I've got the player, I've got the PrizePicks projection, my own personal projection from my cheat sheet, the plus minus differential, and I set that factor at I'm looking for players that are plus minus 3. So if they're minus 3, obviously I'm going to bet I really like leaning towards the under today. It's coming in on the overs, so I'm definitely going to be looking at some overs here. We've got the Vegas line, Vegas total, opponent defensive efficiency, opponent defense versus position, and opponent pace. Things that I find very important when breaking this stuff down. So first of all, with Aaron Gordon, he's set at 34.5. My projection is the highest on the sheet, 5.1 points higher than what PrizePicks has. They're 3.5 point favorites. It's a low total here. As you can see, not a great matchup, but he's gone over in 4 of his last 5 games quite easily. So I definitely like that tonight. Zion Williamson has gone over 5 of his last 6, 7 of his last 9. He is 3.8, so he's quite a bit higher. We got a high total here. They are an underdog, so the game probably needs to stay close going into the fourth, at least the middle of the fourth quarter. But it is a good matchup here, 19th versus forwards, and it is a pace-up matchup for Zion in here as well. John Collins stands out. He's 3.1 points higher in my projection versus PrizePicks. They're a slight favorite, so we got a very high total. We got a close spread. We've got he's going up against a bad defense. Defense versus position doesn't check. Every other box checks except for the defense versus position, but again, it's a high in terms of pace. It's a pace-up matchup for Atlanta, so Collins and Trae Young definitely stand out for me. Trae Young falls just underneath my 3 threshold at 2.7, but I definitely like Trae tonight. He's gone over in 6 straight games, so he's just been on red hot fire. He's probably, in my eyes, that line should probably be closer to 49.50 tonight. It might go up to that, so if you're watching this video now, get on that number before it starts going up as closer to game time. Like I said, this is the highest total of the night. It's a close spread. It's a pace-up game for Atlanta, and for Trae, it's a great matchup for his position here as well. So those are, and I talked about Doncic. I'm going with the under, even though my projection is calling for the over. I talked about why he doesn't check enough boxes for me going across this here. So I'm kind of leaning the under, but he's not going to be in my main picks. I'm probably going to mix in Garza if I had to pick one of the 2 to get that bonus tonight. But these are my top 4: Aaron Gordon, Zion Williamson, John Collins, and Trae Young over on PrizePicks tonight. So I'm going to be locking those in. Over on my Slack chat, I will be, to my NBA and all sports members, I will have my top 2 picks posted every night just to let you guys know. Every night I play a 2-play power play of my 2 favorite picks, and that is about 90% of my buy-in. So if I'm going in at, say, $100 tonight, I'm going to go either $80 or $90, 80 to 90% usually, on that 2-play power play, and then I'll usually mix it in. Like tonight I like 4 plays. It's a bigger slate, so I'll mix in those 4 plays into a 4-play, let's just hammer this out here, 4-play flex play. So if I get 4 right, I'm going to 5x my money. So with that final $20, that's worth $100. So even if I hit, let's just take 2 of these out of here and just look at the power play looks like. 2 for $80 is $240 for my 2-play. And then if I go and combine, I'm just going to throw these other ones. I don't want to search them just to show the 4-play flex. So $20 on that would get me 100 if I got those 4 right. I would be up, coming back with $340 off my 100. So 3.4x at the end of the day. If I only got 3 right, I'm going to get 1.5x back. So I'm going to get $50 back out of that there. So that's kind of how I'm running it. But for the main part, it's that 2-play flex that I'm really looking at each and every day as my core with my bankroll. So make sure to hit me up in DFSR chat as well as my Jaeger Bombs Slack chat as well, and I will definitely help you out. If you're going to sign up, if you haven't been a member of PrizePicks before, make sure to use my link below. Helps out a lot. You're going to get a 100% match bonus up to $100 when you sign up as well. And again, mixed sport entries. So you could like take the over on LeBron in NBA. You can take the under on a goalie or a defenseman or a forward or whatever in NHL. You can combine League of Legends. There's just a huge range of sports that they cover, and you can go across them all. You're not playing against any sharks, anything like that. You're just going up against the projection, really, and you can go as little as 2 or as many as 5 picks. It's excellent. I've had a lot of fun and been very profitable playing this platform. So like I said, if you got any questions, hit me up in chat. If not, make sure to hit me up in Slack and get my picks for tonight. Let's hammer it and see some green screens. Good luck, everyone.